Hey guys, this is Christian and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be listening to Hayley Williams' new EP called Petals for Armor 1. It's part of a full album that is to come, and I've always loved Paramore. And she obviously is a leading vocalist, which is an amazing vocalist. For so long she's been around, and she's been, in my opinion, an underrated vocalist because her voice is amazing. Not to mention that she is also an amazing songwriter, and so are the other guys from the band, and I've loved their music. I mean, their second album, Riot, really was very influential in my life when it came out a long time ago. It's probably been like over 10 years. So I've always had a special place in my heart for Paramore and for Hayley Williams. And I'm excited to listen to this because, you know, I wonder what it is that she had to say that she couldn't say in Paramore, that she had to say by herself. I mean, I know that she's talked about many different issues that she's had and that she's been struggling with basically her whole life and her whole career. But I'm interested to hear her story, you know, just like the story that she feels like she needs to say on her own. And to be honest, I've been like low-key emotionally unbalanced lately, so I'm hoping that I get something that really feeds my soul. Before we get into this video, please press subscribe so you don't lose me. Let me know in the comment section what kind of things you want to see on my channel, and I'll respond back like I always do. With that being said, let's get into this EP. It's like a movie already. Like I feel like we're like... See, the production is very like low, which I feel like you would hear a lot in, you know, listening with earphones. Oh, I thought... Rage is a quiet thing. You think that you tamed it. You think it's ending? But it's just lying in wait. So I'm just wondering, like, what are we talking about here? Because it sounds like she's, I mean, based on these lyrics, she's talking about somebody, a man, that has wronged her and not protected her. And it sounds like she's talking about a trauma as a child. That's a lot to, you know, for her to open up on, like, on this first song. But that's real as hell. The production is amazing, though. And it's, like, her talking about the rage that's inside. And she's, like, trying to understand it. Like, she doesn't know how to, like, let it out. She doesn't know how to express herself. I love that. See, I'm like understanding though, because she said another way to make it to 10, which is what I was kind of confused about for a second. I was like, what is she saying? And I read it. Another way to make it to 10. It's like kind of like when you're counting down, when you're trying to get through the moment, when you're trying to handle your emotions in that moment, and you're just trying to breathe through whatever you're going through. Honey. Help yourself in back. Wrap yourself in petals? Wait, is that what she's saying? Hold on. That's powerful right there. Wrap yourself in petals. Give yourself love. Softness. Petals of armor. Love is the gun, honey. That was a soft way to introduce us to her and to tell this story that she's talking about, because with everything that I'm hearing from this song, it's kind of like, it's a mixture between like forgiving somebody else and forgiving yourself, like, and not just forgiving, but like just moving past, you know, like, because sometimes it's hard to forgive, right? But it's more like she's talking about like getting past what she's been through, you know, kind of like letting those who've wronged her go and letting that go, but also at the same time in side, she just has this rage. Like, she wants to retaliate. She wants to defend herself. And it's kind of like she doesn't know how to get there, and she's trying to manage her emotions. She doesn't know how to manage it. She's like talking about trying to make it to 10, trying to breathe through, trying to have control, trying to just breathe and trying to handle the situation. And I love that she says, you know, wrap yourself in petals, petals for armor. Like, wrap yourself in love and softness and take care of yourself in general, you know, like give yourself that hug. Because that actually is the armor. That actually is a thing that will take you through. That is actually the way that you fight back, is by taking care of yourself and by, you know, really love that song and love the energy. And I guess that's the energy that I was expecting from this. I wasn't really expecting it to go hard, you know, like Paramore tends to do. 'Cause now that I want to live with everybody around me is dying. Now that I finally wanna live the ones I love are dying. Ooh, I love these like different chords. Turn it into a fire. Love that. Escape. Huh. It tastes so bitter. What? On my tongue. The truth's a killer, but I can't leave it on. The truth is secure, but I can't leave it on. But I can't leave it on. I feel like she's talking about like not addressing those things. Oh, that she's dealing with. Facing your issues is really how you're gonna get through it. Who else am I gonna lose before I am ready? And who's gonna lose me? See, that right there like speaks to me because, girl, hold up. It speaks to me because I saw the interview with her and Zane Lowe and her talking about how she's been losing a lot of people. She lost so many people in her life, but she, you know, has been suicidal at points where she didn't want to keep living. And he asked her that question about like, are you more concerned about losing other people than taking care of yourself? And I guess to a point she said yes. So it's like crazy, like, because I feel like this is what this song kind of is reminding me of. It's like the fact that she says, you know, like, but who's gonna lose me? Like, what difference am I gonna make if I'm gone? Which, that cuts deep, honey. You know love, you best prepare to grieve. The song is about acceptance, it seems like. It's kind of like she recognizes that she needs to accept things that are happening. Like, you need to accept that death is going to happen in life. Like, you have to accept with open arms. You have to accept the way that life rolls out, like, period. Like, there are some things that we can't escape in life. Don't nobody tell me that God don't have a sense of humor. True, because life is a mess, to be honest. Like, he wants us to love and be happy and to, like, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, we're all going to die. So I guess we just have to accept that. It's like, because now that we work hard our whole entire lives just to die. Anyways, I'm not bitter. Now that I am, you know, not wanting to kill myself, you know, at least not at this moment, I'm losing people. You know, what difference does it make at that point? I'm becoming friends with a noose that I made and I keep trying to untie it. Girl, this is getting real dark and deep. Like, she keeps getting to that point. And she keeps getting to the point where she's like, no, I'm not going to do this. You know, I'm not going to hurt myself. Make it into something useful, or maybe hang it around a window pane. Turn it into a fire escape. She's trying to take this pain and turn it into something else, which is what we tend to do. Or, you know, with music, you know, we take our pain and we put it into music and then make something positive out of it. Who else am I going to lose before I am ready? And who's going to lose me? You know, just this song is about accepting death. It tastes so bitter on my tongue, the truth's a killer. If you know love, you best prepare to grieve. Let it enter your open heart, then prepare it to let it leave. Wow, that is that is very powerful. I mean, this honestly just, again, reminds me why she's such an amazing songwriter, because she's really putting it all out there, and like the words are so beautiful together. But this is a really hard song to listen to, especially now knowing the lyrics so deeply. We have like this battle of like, we know we're gonna die, but we're like trying to fight it like every day. And then on top of that, if you have these, you know, these struggles and you know, with your mental health, where you're already, you know, hating yourself, or like just not finding the will to live, you know, or you're having a hard time finding it, it's kind of like, what is the point? Sometimes it feels that way. Like, what is the point if I am going to lose at the end of the day either way? I do like that song. I mean, production-wise, it was intense and beautiful, but at the same time, it's not really something that I'm going to be listening to all the time and tapping my foot. It's not that. It's more like, just like, if I'm in my emotions, if I need to hear this song, then I will listen to it. She's definitely picking it up, I guess. It's a mess so far. Giving me a little bit of a melody that I can cling to. I like this part. I'm not lonely, I am free. I'm not getting that vibe though from... Very confused with this one. To be honest, I really didn't like that one too much. I liked that it was progressing and it got better for sure. I don't get it. Like, what does cinnamon represent here? Like, I'm not lonely, I am free, but if I let you in, you would never want to leave. Like, if you take a spoonful of cinnamon, like, you're gonna choke. And I feel like that's what we're kind of talking about, but I'm just trying to like figure something out here. I don't know. Please let me know what the song really is about. I didn't like most of it, but I liked the melody that was coming in during certain parts, and I liked the way that it progressed, and it did give me something to kind of move to. But at the beginning, it was so stripped back that I just didn't know where we were going, and I was just kind of like a little bit lost, kind of just kind of like, you know, wandering. Poor little vampire, baby. We bleed holy water. So why you creeping round here? Oh. Why you creeping round? It's creeping. Like a demon. Who's creeping though? Why you creeping round here? Maybe she's talking about her demon creeping. Second on the memory of him. This album does feel very like a film, like a short film. Why you creeping round here? You creeping round here? Creepy song. I need to look into the lyrics because I'm very, very lost. Batty pair of eyes creeping, aiming like a laser pointer. Poor little vampire baby, we bleed holy water. Are we talking about maybe like her dealing with like... Okay, this is like, I'm trying to go in here. I'm trying to understand, y'all. So please give me the patience. But are we talking about maybe her kind of like knowing that she has this demon, you know, these demons that are like watching over her, that they try to whisper to her, they try to, you know, take her off the right path, but she's telling it like, I'm used to you at this point, you don't scare me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am dealing with you, I'm learning how to deal with you, and I'm not afraid as much. I'm kind of used to dealing with these demons and kind of like having you on my back, you know, kind of watching me and like wanting to take me down. I feel like that's kind of like what we're talking about, but it is kind of, you know, hard to dissect. It starts something so simple and innocent, like you start doing something, or, you know, you get kind of used to having just a little bit of something, but sometimes it leads you down a rabbit hole to the point where you don't know how to quit, to the point that you think that you're gonna be fine, just with a little bit, and then it ends up being too much because you lose control. I'm just kind of like, you just keep on sucking on the memory of him, like, what are we talking about? Oh, are we talking about what we were talking about earlier? You know, some kind of trauma that she's had to deal with. And she keeps like holding on to that memory. It does make me wonder, you know, the things that she has had to endure, you know, and like what is, you know, what are the things that she's struggling with.
With open mouth, we keep our distance now. I wanna feel his hands go down. I try not to think about
Sounds really
what happened last night. I just wanna feel his hands go down.
Oh.
Sudden desire.
I appreciate that she like went for that note, because something that we have been missing are the usual very intense vocals of her. But I guess at the same, okay, I'm not trying to like do the most right now, but I feel like it is a difference between Paramore and Hayley Williams, because Hayley Williams is somebody that is a lot softer, because this is actually her. She's able to express herself in this way, and I feel like Paramore, if anything, maybe it is kind of like this like monster that she can get into to kind of fight, you know, and to be strong. So it's kind of like a mask, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why maybe we haven't been getting, which I kind of forgot almost listening to this album, the fact that her vocals, you know, have not been as piercing as they have been in Paramore's songs. And now, just now, I'm like, ooh, nice. Like, I missed that. But at the same time, we're getting so much of her, like, her heart. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is the difference.
But better to walk beside it.
Sounds beautiful. Amazing. God. I forget! Why did she do that? God, it pulls back so much.
Just wanna feel his hands go down.
Wow, that was a very intense song. Definitely one of my favorites on the album because it was a little bit more intense, you know, because I could cling on to something here. I try not to think about it. What happened last night was that it's held too far back to go back down. Just want to feel his hands down. It's interesting because I don't know, I've been in a situation where it's kind of like you're in the situation that isn't really good for you, you know, you feel like maybe you're out of control, you know, you don't have the control in this situation, and so you kind of like distance yourself. But then like as you distance yourself, it's hard because you think about the things that you love and miss, even though the difficult things are so intense and so big. For some reason, the ones that end up outweighing it are the things that you miss. Like they hold so tight to you that like you almost give in. She's feeling a sudden desire to like deviate from what she knows that she should do. I could be wrong, but that's kind of like what I got. Take the elephant by the hand and hold it. It's cruel to tame a thing that don't know its strength. I'm not exactly sure of everything that this means, but I think I'm going to sit with it, and I think it's going to hit me. Very interesting EP. I can't say that I really was expecting all of this. Simmer is definitely at the top, and then Leave It Alone and Set and Desire kind of equal. And then from there, I think I would go to Creepin and then Cinnamon. But the songs were good because lyrically they are really telling a story, and I appreciate that. But I really appreciate that she is releasing her own music and that she is telling us her story in a different way. She's opening up, because I feel like this is gonna actually be very helpful to her. So I'm very glad that she's gotten to the place where she finally released this, because I remember in the past she said that she wouldn't release solo music ever, like it wasn't her thing. I'm definitely gonna be looking out for the rest of this album. Yeah, I definitely understand though why Simmer was the first single and why she released that, because it is kind of like a introduction that was digestible for a Paramore fan and anybody else too. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, if you made it to the end of this video, press the like button and also click subscribe so you don't lose me, and let me know in the comment section, what did you think about this EP? Like, what were your favorite songs? What did you feel about these other songs that maybe I didn't understand? Please explain to me. I would love to know your perspective. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.